Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, I think. Hold on. I'm double checking Discord.
Yeah, I'm back, and you didn't even let me know.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's why I was wondering. I'm like, wait a minute. I think I forgot to do something out of place. I'm professional.
No, you're good. You're fine.
Ugh.
Sweet.
Oh, and did I miss something here? Spirit, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Phil. I definitely appreciate it.
Yay, that's so nice.
I love my community. Why'd I say it like that?
Yes. I don't know.
All right. Let's see.
We're back.
I don't know why my microphone just doesn't stay in place, damn it.
Hey, Citrix, welcome to the stream.
Hello there, Poke Girl. Yes, the quotes work now.
Yay. Oh, do mine work? Probably not. No quote found.
These random quotes of mine, though. His balls got me. Where the hell did I even say that? Sometimes I liked having context, but also not at the same time. Okay.
Oh, no. Never mind. They didn't work. Never mind. It didn't work.
Ew, this bottle of water not great. What the hell is this?
Is it Dasani?
No, but I don't like Dasani either. Oh, it's like my local grocery store brand. So it's not fan. I mean,
I like Arrowhead though. Arrowhead's good water.
I'll be honest. Like the water I drink, I just get it from my refrigerator. Like that's the water I'll take. I don't even mind my tap water, to be quite honest. Over here, I think my tap water is actually pretty good. So I'm happy about that. But like bottled water, I don't know too much about like what's great about it. Or maybe I'll grab something like Sam's Club or whatever. That's usually not bad. But I love these adult conversations we're having. What type of bottled water do you like?
All right, let's do it.
So, my dear fellows, for your delight and wonder, let the curtain rise. For Sherlock Holmes' Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. Act 1.
The Great Deduction.
The game's afoot. Cause death. You mean pistachio cake? Careful observation, the victim reveals to us the events that transpired in this disconsolate room last night. Hold on, I'm just taking a look. Oh, so he did do like, ooh, over there. Why does it look like he has a smile on his face a little bit?
He's got foam in his mouth.
So that alone makes me feel like he was drugged in some capacity, I'd imagine. Okay. Foam at the mouth of the deceased clearly indicates the use of poison. Pistachio cake. Next to the victim, we notice a large dining plate which contains, you will observe, 1/2 of a sizable bar of what the fuck?
Soap?
Soap!
Ugh.
Ralphie from Christmas Story, is that you?
Oh no.
I don't even know if people even got that. We're old.
No. Why? No, thank you. Thank you so much.
Meaningful? Indubitably. Why is this soap set so purposely upon the dish? Like the victim's last supper, in fact. Yes. Could it be that that man was about to eat it? Of course! The fork reveals the answer.
Suzuki is just like, he's just awkwardly in the way.
And I feel like he's looking at us, he's like, did you just hear this motherfucker right now? It appears that the young man's appetite was his undoing. Taking up arms and a foam in his cutlery, the victim engaged in a deadly battle for his life. Yet the struggle against his hunger was in vain, for in the end he couldn't resist devouring the slippery feast. But London's foul soap is besmirched by foul poison. Yes, the victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the contents of the plate. The soap and the lather about the young man's mouth are too perfectly matched to ignore. The cause of death was clearly intoxication due to excessive ingestion of foul soap. The person I have a greater interest in the taste of foul candy wax, of course. Why?
Oh my god. So stupid. Oh, it's a beautiful letdown. Alright, suicide or murder?
The cause of death identified, we proceed to Act 2, where we ponder the next question. Was it suicide or murder? Calm down.
Well, now I'm assuming murder because... Sorry,
Oh,
God.
he's going all over the place there. The audience will recall that death occurred during the victim's Last Supper. It looks like it's rimmed with something.
Yeah.
Did the man dine and die alone? The single teacup suggests the answer. To draw a conclusion on such meager evidence would be foolish, however, certainly. The careful criminal could have absconded with his own cup to cover his tracks. Well, allow me to lift the veil of doubt, my dear fellow.
Oh.
What the hell happened to the door? Indeed. What reveals the answer, of course, is the broken lock. Though forced open now, at the time of the incident, this door was locked. And this cell key was in the victim's pocket. In other words, when the victim consumed the poison, he must have been alone. Alone with his inferior soap, from whence wafted an inferior scent. It could be a locked room mystery, yeah. And with that acrid aroma lingering in the air, the victim met his end in tragic solitude. In case you forgot, you can examine stuff during these sections, so don't be afraid to check out for fluff dialogue. Oh, yeah, no, I definitely appreciate it, Lyles. We remember. We can take comfort only in the fact that his soul was well cleansed on his way to the hereafter. Is that a prerequisite? Oh, man. Watch my ass be dirty.
Oh, God.
I didn't eat soap! God's like, oh, well, too bad.
If you have soap, you're gonna have a really bad time in the bathroom.
I heard of blowing bubbles before, but not like that. Thus concludes the final act of Sherlock Holmes' great deduction. Thank you. There's just one thing, Mr. Holmes. You're disposed to identifying just one thing, aren't you, Mr. Nahodo? Pray, what concerns you? Well, no matter how hungry he was, do you really think the man would have eaten soap? It is quite apparent this man had barely a penny to his name. It's a curious thing, but to one so destitute, soap can suddenly appear quite irresistibly appetizing.
How extraordinary.
In truth, I've tried a little soap myself in the past.
Okay, Holmes.
Are you sure you're not mixing it up with like cocaine or something? I mean,
No, he is the last person on Earth who needs cocaine.
we don't know what the hell's in that pipe of his.
Honestly,
He's just odd, man. Like, I don't know.
he's. Yep.
Yeah. You've eaten it, you mean? My dear fellow, it was some time ago now. It was yesterday. The postulation was that it would cleanse my gut.
And did it?
As I writhed in agony on the floor and split the contents of my stomach, yes, believe it did. How did you, which end did it come out of?
All right, we're gonna keep going.
My experience taught me a valuable lesson. Soap is quite poisonous. It has an unpleasant taste and leads to great discomfort. In summary, I cannot recommend it. Believe me, I wouldn't eat it even if you did.
There's something that troubles me as well, actually.
Oh? What's that?
It's Mr. Natsume.
Oh!
I couldn't help noticing him shuddering and quivering out the corner of my eye. Almost as if Mr. Holmes' deductions touched a nerve somehow.
No. Nonsense.
Just go- Classic Holmes did in fact smoke narcotics, and it was opium. Oh boy.
Well, that explains a lot.
That's a lot. Well, that clenched teeth episode didn't last.
I think, judging by Mr. Natsume's reaction, the great detective's deductions may need some gentle corrections in order to reach the actual truth.
Oh, there's nothing gentle about this. Yes, Mr. Holmes' observations and deductions are sometimes, it's all the times, a little too sharp. Too sharp, dumb. I'm like correcting myself as I say it. He has a tendency to hit the nail on the side of the head and drive it in an obtuse angle.
Oh my god. And yeah, Ian, please do. That's really awesome.
When he does that, it falls to us to straighten things out. Hey there, Presto. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Alright then, let's see what we can do.
Yes, we must pick out the keywords in Mr. Holmes' quite brilliant deductions. And discreetly exchange them for something that makes a little more sense. If we can do that, I'm sure we'll arrive at what Mr. Holmes meant to say in the first place.
I love that little pose of hers.
So cute.
In that case, are you ready for the second performance of the day? Once again, my dear fellows, for your continued delight and wonder, let the curtain rise for Sherlock Holmes' Logic and Reasoning Spectacular Act 1. And as I always say, hold it, Mr. Holmes! That's bullshit. Here we go.
Oh, thanks, babe. No, they can hear you. Sorry, Spencer brought me dinner.
Oh! Can I have some?
He's like, oh, can I have some?
Come on down.
In June, I will. Well, actually, I won't be there. I'll be in Austin.
Can you put these in the bathroom? Fill that thing with water and then turn on the button. Thank you. Sorry. Go ahead.
Let's see here. Carol observation of the victim, blah, blah, blah. Foam in the mouth. Da-da! What do I do here?
Poison.
Yeah, but do I continue? Do I click something here? Now I forgot. Or do I just continue? Do I just continue? Crap! I'm gonna hold B.
Oh, that's right.
There you go. So I thought there was something we had to initiate it.
No.
That's why I was okay. Well, you can't deny that a fork implies the man was eating something or about to eat something.
Yes, it's true. If I were to decide to eat some soap, I would prefer to use a fork than to attempt it with chopsticks.
And of course, only half of the bar of soap is left on the plate.
But might there not be some other explanation? Something material that proves whether or not the man really ate some soap?
Could it be that man was about to eat it? Of course, the fork reveals the answer. Did the victim really eat the soap? So,
I don't think he did.
oh wait a minute. The other half is on the ground.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah. You got move the camera around a little bit, but
Hit. Oh, there it is.
yeah.
Come on, go.
Other piece of soap.
Take that!
Clicked it.
See, what I was gonna go with was like the fork doesn't have like soap residue on it.
Yeah.
Then again,
Well, I mean, how would?
I don't know. That's the thing. It's like I feel like it would be weird anyway. Could it be that the man was about to eat it? Oh, of course. The other piece of soap reveals the answer.
Oh.
It's being the other half of the soap on the table. In short, the victim was not eating soap at all. It's obvious, really.
Hold
Wow.
on.
Did you do something wrong?
No, I clicked on it, but oh, I need to present it.
Oh, you examined it. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck? Sorry.
No, you're good.
Where were you?
But it's obvious, really.
There it is. Got it.
But it's obvious, really. For no depths of hunger could drive any man to attempt to eat soap. Even I, with an unquenchable thirst for practical knowledge, took only a single bite. But that begs the question of how the man was poisoned, because there's no sign of any food on the table. Ooh, an excellent observation, Mr. Nahodo, and one that furnishes us with the answer that we seek. Alright, let's go ahead and skip. Ta-da! Mr. Holmes is still pushing the soap argument then.
Perhaps he's suggesting the man licked the soap rather than ate it?
If soap in London is that poisonous, I don't think I want to be washing my hands with it.
Right?
But there are no signs of any food in this room at all.
No, Piper, stop.
Of course, food isn't the only thing that passes people's lips, is it?
Where could the poison have been laced? And I think we saw this on the teacup. I'm like, what the hell is it rimmed with? I'm thinking this is it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I saw something.
Teacup.
I love that shatter effect, by the way. It's so freaking cool.
Oh, yeah. This is probably one of my favorite, like, investigation tropes in any of the Ace Attorney games. I don't know which one's my least favorite. Like, I like the idea of logic chess, but it was hard sometimes. It was the time imposed limits that I really didn't like. Anyway.
That part, yes.
Yes, the victim's life was claimed by poison and that tainted the teacup. Well, hold on a minute. You'd be surprised what people try to eat when they're hungry enough. That's the lead paint probably. Oh god, is that Pears Green on that cup? Pears Green?
Green? What is that?
I don't know. Indeed, cups have been the vessel's choice for practicing poisoners over the centuries. Paris Green. Paris Green. Maybe I'm still a bit confused about that. I apologize, guys. It's a lead-based green paint. Well, I guess we'll have to see. It would appear that the victim drank every last drop. There's no sign of food anywhere in the room. Which leads us to the immutable conclusion. The cause of death was clearly intoxication due to the ingestion of poison contained in this teacup.
Hey, Redbox. Happy Saturday.
Yay, poison in the tea.
Solved.
That one was pretty easy.
Yeah. Well, let's see what the hell is actually suicide or murder. Skip.
Oh, boo, boo, boo. That part. Single teacup suggests the answer.
The Western vessel for infused hot drinks again. It's already featured heavily in our deductions so far.
Yes, we can imagine that shortly before his death,
Shamspear or Shamspear? I forgot what we said.
I don't know. I think it's a Shamspear, but
Mr. Shamspear was having a drink of tea. There would be nothing remarkable about that, but what troubles me...
Is Mr. Natsumi's reaction when he heard Mr. Holmes's... No. It's Mr. Natsumi's reaction when he heard Mr. Holmes suggest it. There's more to this deduction than it seems.
We must closely examine the scene of the crime again for some more clues.
What shows that somebody else was present? What the hell? He has
the other teacup.
How did we... I mean, this is what I love about things like this, because it's like, it's obvious if you look at it, but the game doesn't show it to us unless we go here, right?
Yep.
And frankly, I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's... I'll just say that the very first game, the second case, the answers are right there in front of us if we simply turned around a piece of evidence. And we did not
Wait, which case is that?
The second case of the first game.
Oh shoot, what was that one? Oh yeah, oh my god, yeah, that was dumb.
Like, it's like, damn it. Back then it's like, okay, limitations But it's like, logically, you would look at this stuff, but anyway. Green wallpaper in the Victorian area was super popular, but it was also toxic. Jeez. All right. The 19th century was poisoning hell. Quack cures like morphine, silver, mercury. Yeah, we didn't know what the hell we were doing back then. We don't know what the hell we're doing now. All right, let's present the other teacup.
Yeah.
Did the man dine and die alone? This other teacup suggests the answer. Yes, there were 2 teacups in this room all along. In other words, this is a strong indication of the victim's last supper. There was a guest present. At the very least, we can say now with certainty that somebody else was here in the room last night taking tea with the victim.
What are you talking about? Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly, unreasonable!
To draw a conclusion on such meager evidence would be foolish, however, certainly. I'm gonna keep skipping a little bit.
Oh, it's right.
Oh, yeah, a broken lock.
Here.
I'm not sure I like where this deduction is going now.
I'm afraid it's too late to go back to the halcyon days of eating too much soap.
But the identity of the guest who was in here last night when the victim passed away is something that I have a very bad feeling about.
Well, you can try to ignore your feelings, but we cannot ignore the truth, Mr. Naruhodo.
I can definitely try ignoring it. Don't tell me what to do. No, I suppose not. Time to look around again. So what gives away the identity of last night's visitor of the room?
Empty bottle, a pile of book. Oh.
Oh no, never mind. Pile of books, empty bottle. What is that?
Oh, I can't look down.
Huh.
Oh, the empty bottle, duh.
Well, hold on really quick. I mean, how does that give away the identity of the visitor?
Oh, identity. I guess maybe should we examine the books?
Yeah, because what I want, like, I don't know why this would have mattered, but like I saw glasses on the case. We can't do anything about that.
No.
Okay, yeah, let's examine the pile of books.
Mm-hmm.
At first glance, it seems like the only things in this room are the makeshift stage and the costumes. I overlooked these 3 books initially.
I wonder what they are. Let's see. The titles read The Picture of Monsieur Lecour, Canterbury Yearnings, and A Meal for Gabriel.
We're French! Wait, I'm sure I've heard those titles before. Oh! Really?
Wait, are those the books from the case that homegirl had?
It's either...
Why do they sound familiar?
I thought, so maybe I'm getting it wrong, but I think you're right. I was thinking this is something that Mr. Garadeb would have read, but...
Who's Mr. Garadeb again?
He's the guy whose wife was one who happened.
Oh, yeah, yes, yeah, that's right.
And he's like the landlord.
Sun and Moon people.
Yes. But to your point, are these the books that she took out?
I don't think so. I don't know. Let's keep going.
I'm trying to think here. Wait, I'm sure I've heard these titles before.
It could just be an incredible coincidence, but they're the exact same 3 books that Mr. Natsume purchased the other day.
There you go.
Ah, okay.
What? Yes, on the day of the unfortunate incident when Miss Green was stabbed, Sasaki-san had just been to a bookshop and bought them. That's right.
And now those 3 titles are here in the room for the victim.
Yeah, Mr. Natsume claims never to have been here before.
What if they're lovers?
So I was I mean, and I'm not saying it jokingly. I was really thinking that might somehow be the case. What's going on here? You know,
And like they were trying to keep it secret.
right? I mean, I can see, you know, that possibly in the case. At the same time, I don't know. You know, people are gonna get mad like, "Oh my God, it's woken." It's like, shut the hell up. It's like, you know, life is so many different directions. I mean, this could happen. It's very, to me, it seems very logical. We'll see.
Okay.
Trying to take some water here.
Drink! Drink your water!
Hydrate, mother.
Drink!
What does this mean, do you think?
Drink! Sorry.
I really don't know what to make of it.
Hello there, Pixel, by the way. Welcome to the stream.
What up, Pixel? I guess we can...
I think, well, this would be the thing that would give away the identity, I would assume.
Yup.
Take that! Take that! Indeed. What reveals the answer, of course, is the pile of familiar books. Quite so. It's no mere coincidence that these 3 titles are here in this room. Oh, Jesus, I thought that said 3 titties for a second. I was like, who?
Pharaoh.
What? Ah, man, I don't know.
You know what's on your brain today?
Oh, the shit. Titties and ass? It's like half the day at the minimum.
Oh my god.
Pharaoh, how
Okay.
dare you? Guys, I'm not middle-aged, but I'm older male. I can think about stuff like this and it'll be okay.
I can't believe you.
It's the link to the truth. Mr. Natsumi, you purchased these books 4 days ago at a second-hand bookshop.
That's just so a coincidence.
In that case, you'll be able to bring the same 3 titles from your own room, will you not?
Oh, see.
This very moment. Show me them titles.
No, never. Non-negotiable.
Well, he's presenting. Look at that. Look at that pose. You don't tell me he's trying to show off something.
No.
3 titties like the lady in Total Recall? Oh my God, you're right. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, though. I mean, it's fun. Yeah, actually, that's not one of the movies I watched growing up. I might have seen that later, but oh, anyway. If you can't bring your own copies here, it proves that these 3 books are in fact yours. What the hell was that?
That's adorable.
Oh, having purchased the books 4 days ago and returned to your lodgings, you were arrested the very next day. Jesus. So you could conceivably have brought the books here on that evening, but you never mentioned that. In other words, you could have only brought these 3 books here to the victim's room. Okay. Oh my God. Last night, having returned to your lodgings after the trial concluded at the Old Bailey. In short, there's only one possible conclusion. The victim died in this room last night as a result of poisoning. Crap. Why am I skipping all this? Sorry, I kind of skipped until the end.
Hey, babe. Oh, here.
The great deduction in this game,
Please.
it's a lot flashier than last time. You love the presentation in this one. Definitely. I was going to say something like that. I was like, I don't remember the first game being like this. So what did they say? In short, there's only one possible conclusion. The victim died here in this room last night as well as poisoning. And that same night, the victim had a visitor. And that visitor was you, Mr. Sasaki Natsumi.
Oh, shoot.
Thus concludes the final act of Sherlock Holmes' great deduction.
Come on.
Ding.
Did it.
Solved.
Woohoo!
Deduction complete. Elementary.
My dear. Go. Why are you so slow?
Well, Sasaki's getting arrested now.
Yep. Not again. Not again.
Well, red mission, I sure, mate. It would appear you're going to have to accompany me down to the yard again.
Wait. Hold your horses!
Yes?
Door, key, locked, entry, exit, entirely impossible!
He's so flustered, he's being even stranger than normal. What, you think that's an alibi? You could have just made a copy.
What?
You live in the same building after all. You'd have plenty of opportunity, I'm sure.
Misery me!
Sorry, sir. You'll get your chance to give your side of the story later.
Oh my god, poor Sosuke.
The facts speak for themselves, Mr. Mustache.
You horrible Sherlock Holmes!
He really has found himself an arch rival now, hasn't he?
Honestly, yeah.
Come on now, no dilly-dallying. Outside, there's a carriage waiting.
Uh-oh. Lucas to the Naruto Esquire! I never imagined I'd be in this position again, but... You have to help me, please! I'm in a
Alright, I understand. We'll come to your cell later and talk about it.
Oh, and one more thing.
Oh, yeah?
My poor little kitty cat. Please get my breakfast for me!
You gotta say you love the bricked up window to avoid the window tax? Yeah, that was something that we talked about quite a bit when we played the first game. It was interesting too, because I had no idea, like, why the hell's that happening? But yeah, the whole good old window tax that they had back in the day. And it's like, well,
So
I'm not gonna have
stupid.
that. I mean, we as people will continuously do stupid things, and then we learn from it. Just rinse and repeat. Like, you know, just how it is. Like, I can only imagine the things that we're doing now, somebody's gonna look back on like 500 years from now and say, what the hell's wrong with them?
They tax the property that they live on? That's stupid.
Don't get me started. I paid so much last week. But yeah, I mean, that's how it's always gonna go, and well, there's that.
Yep.
And so, his evil curse still apparently unbroken. Sasaki-san found himself once again the prime suspect in a case of murder. Thanks to the incriminating deduction of the great detective. And my help, too. I mean, shoot. My dear fellow, that honor belongs to you.
Oh.
Well, at least that means Inspector Gregson is no longer here. We can examine
Yes.
the crime scene in more detail now.
Oh, that's me. That's right.
Yes, that's right. And, of course,
What?
have you forgotten what the inspector mentioned before? It was the landlord, Mr. Garrida, who discovered Mr. Shamspear.
Ah, Mr. John Garadeb, yes.
I suspect we could find him sitting in his room on top of the floor as usual.
Right. We must remember to go and talk to him later, then.
Oh.
Alright, well, I guess we can go ahead and start examining stuff. Excuse me. I don't know where the hell that came from. I haven't even really eaten anything that large yet. Anyway, let's go to the window.
Yes.
As we've seen from the outside, the window is completely bricked up. A vestige of the former window tax that Britons had to pay.
Strange things they used to tax in Great Britain. And now, everywhere. I mean, making people pay for the number of windows they had in a property? It's extraordinary.
It's heartbreaking to think of the poor having to block up their windows just to avoid an unaffordable tax. Oh,
Oh, what is it, Mr. Sato?
if you look closely, a number of the bricks are loose.
Really? Holy crap.
Oh.
Tetris.
So?
Soap! Oh, yeah. It looks as though an amateur's broken down a few of them just here. Was it Mr. Shakespeare who did it, I wonder? Being the lodger and renting this room.
Oh, look at this, Mr. Naruhodo. On the outside, there's a little ledge. And there's something on it.
What, outside?
Do we examine it again?
Yeah, it looks like it. There's no check mark.
Okay. Why didn't it just keep us there?
See, they do that sometimes throughout the series. It's like, why the hell? Why I gotta do an extra step? Just give it.
Holy. Ugh. Oh, that's me.
Whew, it's so cold outside. You can feel it through this gap.
He's got more soap than Tyler Durden. Haha, that's a good reference.
Hey, Roof Cat, welcome.
I never read the book. I don't know if I don't know if I should. Anyway, it did snow all last night. It would be cold. But more importantly, what is it on the ledge out there? Where are those? Where are those snow-covered lumps?
Oh, it's Pharaoh, 2091. He's a good friend of mine.
Hi.
Who we do a lot of the Ace Attorneys together.
Hi. I'm a goof, but welcome. And I hope you enjoy yourselves.
It's more bars of soap.
Soap? What are bars of soap doing lined up on a ledge outside the window?
I have no idea. But the pair of them look rather charming like that.
Still, it's very strange, isn't it? Bars of soap lined up outside the window? I think perhaps we should take one. There are two, after all.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Are you okay?
Oh dear.
I suppose we could.
Oh, what's this? Look, here, the soap.
Ah! It's a nipple! What is that?
It's a nick. Do you see in the middle there?
There's a patch that's a different color. It's sort of transparent, but...
Some sort of fancy design, I suppose. Only in Great Britain.
It looks like the Hinomaru flag of Japan, doesn't it? Wonderful! It's probably a very expensive brand.
Expensive? Then what's it doing in this ramshackle old room? You say expensive, then the second word, cheap! A cheap bar of soap
God.
that was discovered just outside Mr. Shakespeare's window. It's one of two that were found there. You know,
Oh.
should we go ahead and just take a look at the stuff we have in our court record and whatnot?
Yeah, I was just looking at that. I was like, the Your books that he took. Well, that's how we were supposed to figure out the picture of Monsieur Lecour.
Oh, the
Yeah,
book,
kind of
the
it,
book
mhm.
receipt. Okay, yeah. We missed our very logical step in looking at our court record before doing anything. So yeah,
Ooh.
he bought those books, 2 shillings. And then we also have the nearby street map. So, where did Olive say she lived? Did she say she had one in Briar Road? Okay. But apparently the institute, wherever she goes to, is somewhere else. Okay. Alright. And then bar soap. I'm gonna take a look at what...
Oh, can we?
Yeah,
Like,
we can.
examine it?
Yeah. What is that?
This part is a different color. It's an exquisite design, isn't it?
Trust the British to turn a boring bar of soap into something special.
I quite like it. It reminds you of the Hinomaru design of the Japanese flag. I expect this is a rather expensive soap.
That doesn't seem likely given who it belongs to.
That's so weird.
I mean, maybe I'm just dumb, but like, this doesn't look nice or anything at all. It looks like
Zest. The Zest soap.
Zest doesn't look like this. Oh, you mean a color?
Yeah, Zest is green soap.
Oh, so I thought you meant like the nipple-looking thing, the spot in the
No,
middle. Oh, I was
bruh.
like, what
Thank
type?
you, Presto. Change over the follow.
I was like, what type of soap are you using?
Oh my god.
It's not
Alright,
Zest.
let's back out
It's
of this.
Irish Springs, okay? That's that.
I swear it was Zest, or was it Irish Spring? Hold on,
Well,
I'm looking this up right
Irish Spring is definitely green because that's what I buy sometimes. I mean, it's not like a
now.
terrible
Zest
price.
soap.
I'm sure Zest is. I think some of them is like green or like they're like
Yeah, Zest.
bluish greenish.
It's bluish greenish, yes.
Okay.
But Irish Spring is that green color.
Irish
but
Spring
they do
is-
have a green color.
Well, Poke Girl said Irish Spring is green as grass. It is. I like Irish Spring personally. It's
Oh, I do too.
but yeah. The soap looks really cheap. Yeah, like I'm like, what is this nasty crap in the middle of it?
I don't know. Oh, hey, there's a ooh. There's this weird thing on the bottom of the floor under his robe.
That green thing?
Like on the floor under his little costume thing.
Yeah, let's see.
What's this?
It looks like part of an envelope, I think.
Yes, I think you may be right. That's a good guess, because I didn't know what that was.
I thought that was a piece of glass.
Me too!
We don't know the texture.
Yes, I think you may be right. Perhaps it was torn off when the letter was opened.
Is that significant?
Well, it's a little out of place, perhaps, when you look around the room. There's no sign of a letter or the rest of the envelope, in fact, is there?
Ah, she's right.
And yet here we have the torn end of the envelope. It just strikes me as unusual.
I agree. We better take this, just in case.
A ripped piece of envelope that was found in Mr. Shakespeare's room. The rest of the envelope could not be located.
And let's take a look at that.
Get a load of this! Oh,
Oh, it's this. This is thick to be
That-
freaking a piece of envelope.
no, it's not. It's not that thick. It's just because it's open.
Oh, whoops! I thought that. Okay, good.
Wait, hold on.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you. We can examine it. Like it looks like we can actually examine the opening.
Oh, yeah, sweet.
Whoever opened this envelope didn't bother with a letter opener or scissors, did they?
Yes, whoever opened it was clearly someone with an unrefined temperament.
Sometimes
And
I
judging,
am.
and judging from the angle of the rip here, the person in question must have been right-handed. How would you know that?
Yeah, that's to me. It's a little pushing it there. Whatever. Oh, Mr. Sato, I think perhaps someone's been reading too much of the adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
You can never read too much of it, Mr. Naruhodo. Never!
Damn, I was hoping like something was actually gonna still be inside this opening.
No, it's too easy.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look at the costume itself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna click on the crown. Look at these extravagant, bright costumes. Somehow they look out of place in this room with its grim, shady goings-on.
This one looks like a king's attire.
A king? I've always dreamt of being a king.
Oh, I think you'd be more suited to a feudal lord, like a daimyo or such like.
With a Shawn Mage top knot? Every Japanese man wishes he had a Shawn Mage. I'm not saying that one right, but...
Apologies, yeah.
Oh, you look wonderful with one, and you already have the sword.
Can you imagine what would happen if I walked around the streets of London with... Stop making me say the damn word! With a Shawn Mage and a sword? Okay, so those are like all the costumes. How about the bookshelf on the right?
There's not much on these shelves, is there? Just this wine glass and bottle. And both of them are cracked.
Yeah, not much use, are they? What's the matter?
Oh, I was just reminded of the Reaper, that's all.
Prosecutor Lord Van Zeeks?
Oh, yes.
Oh, calm down, all right? Calm down. And calm down anyone else in chat, too, because he didn't... Oh, boy.
Woo!
What the hell is that even supposed to... Like, okay. Leg.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
He's so reckless with his wine glasses. I was thinking it's a waste that he should donate some to the needy.
You can suggest it to him next time we meet. All right.
Okay.
Let's see what else we got.
You got hit. Oh, no. There's like this red box to the left.
Yeah, didn't they say, like, I thought it was like a gas something or another, and it's like, it's literally locked, or you gotta like actually pay into it. So.
Yeah.
Leg, vampire motherfucker. And here we are. Another disproportionately large machine. This looks like a meter of some kind.
Ah, this is a gas meter, I think. It seems that in this district, residents pay for gas as they use it with coins.
Ah, I see. Yes, now that you pointed it out, I can see that there's a slot just here that looks like it would take a coin. So you mean if I put a coin in here...
That's right. That would buy you about 2 hours of gas for lights and heating.
So, if you were a poor person with no money, you had to sleep in the freezing cold?
Wow.
Yes, or if you were a scatterbrain with no change because you forgot to exchange your money at the bank.
Thank goodness there's no meter in our office.
Yeah, thank goodness. That's right.
Well, thank God we don't implement this now.
Oh, could you imagine?
I mean, so I work in utilities. That's my field. That's like, my job in a technical sense, but like either way, I wouldn't ever be surprised if something this draconian could happen in some capacity. Because I know for a fact in my company, we have what we call turnoffs, or non-pay turnoffs. It's like people have not paid their bills. We're gonna come and like shut your shit off until you pay us money, Now the thing is, before maybe like 5 or so years back, we would shut off your gas in the dead of winter. And it wasn't until, well, like I said, like maybe 5 or so years back that we would stop from doing any of these shutoffs until after winter passes. So like around November we'd stop, and we'd do it again like April-ish, And like, and I just kept thinking about it to myself. I'm like, why the hell was that even an idea? That it's like, oh, these people didn't pay their bills. It's negative something, here in the city. Let's go ahead and shut off their gas. It is ridiculous. Actually, I'm just catching up chat really quick. You found the model of this gas meter? That's awesome, Spirit. Yeah. If you are on my Discord, yeah. So you can go ahead and send it over. That'd be kind of cool.
Hey Venom, how you doing? Excuse me.
You're
Drinking
good.
my root beer, so I'm sorry if you hear me burp. I'm trying to condense it.
I mean, as long as it comes out that way, not the other way, we're all fine. Let's see here. Let's click on the light on the top left there. This is a gas wall light, isn't it? It must be connected to a gas pipe in the wall.
Oops, sorry.
You're good.
Gas lights, a gas stove. London really is a city of gas.
But now that I think about it, Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb had an open fire on the top floor, didn't they?
Oh yes, you're right. I don't recall seeing a gas stove up there.
Well, I much prefer a real fire anyway. So much cozier.
Oh, you know what would be sad?
Hmm.
Is if Mr. Garadeb killed him.
Well, that would be the weird twist. My thing was, because I thought when we looked at books, we didn't know who they were from before. I thought maybe they were Mr. Garadeb's. I'm like, can it be that easy, you know? And then, I mean, this is kind of spoilers for the first game. I don't know if I want to say it, but considering the outcomes of Case 4, the first game, maybe he wants to be close to somebody. Maybe.
Maybe.
But it seems like motive.
Yeah. Motive. Let's look at the stage.
Anything?
Do a little Venom.
Anything in particular?
No. I think it's the whole thing. Yeah.
Click in that shady ass looking bush.
This is some sort of makeshift stage, I think, isn't it?
Where does the audience sit though? For the nightly Shakespeare performances.
Actors aspiring to the great stage must practice their art, Mr. Naruhodo, with or without an audience. In fact, on a related note, perhaps you should set up a mock bench for the defense in your office.
What?
Then you could practice your art every single day.
I'll think about it. If you promise to don a beard and play the role of the judge.
Aww.
Well, if that would help you achieve your goal.
This I have to see. Okay, sounds like she just has a weird kink going on now.
I was just about to say.
It's like, yeah, wear that beard.
Stop!
Yeah, bang that gavel! Sorry. Sorry.
I hate you, man.
Oh.
Alright, the only thing we haven't checked is himself.
Yep.
Oh, the poor man. So young to die. Do you suppose it was a very painful death, being poisoned as he was?
Shoot, if I saw Game of Thrones, that looked bad.
Oh, God. Oh.
I don't know. All we can do now is hope that he'll be reborn to a better life.
I suppose you're right. I wonder. Do you think that putting our hands together in a Japanese prayer will help a British soul?
Sorry?
I made sure I had a reference at the ready for just an occasion as this, actually. This book is entitled The Beginner's Guide to Praying for the Departed, the British Way. I'll just reread it now. One moment.
There's quite a spine in that book, isn't there? What happened?
No, it's just funny. He notices it like, oh.
Yeah, but it is kind of interesting that they kind of bring that up. It's like you're praying for somebody else's soul, and maybe they're not the same religion or anything like that. It's like, is there anything different? And it's like, you'd imagine no. Yeah, never mind. The cup.
I think the teacup. Yeah.
One of the teacups that Mr. Shakespeare and his guests drank from last night. Don't go drinking from them, Mr. Naruhodo. There's bitter poison inside.
I'm not planning on drinking any, don't worry. Anyway, the cups are both empty.
That's true. So, one was Mr. Shakespeare's, and the other must be the cup that Mr. Natsume was drinking from.
But Sasaki-san wasn't poisoned, of course. Perhaps we should take these so we can examine them in more detail later. Yeah, let's take very important evidence away from the crime
Oh
scene.
gosh.
That's the Ace Attorney way.
No, it's not. Do you want there to be downfall at all, Venom? That's not at all what you were saying.
Teacups used by Mr. Shamspear and Mr. Natsume. The one with the green line around the rim is Mr. Natsume's. So, green is... Wait, the green one was Soseki's.
Mr. Natsume's, yeah.
The red one was the one that was poisoned. Okay. My fine china, you stole it! Alright, that appears to be everything, I think.
Oh.
Looks like it might be Garrett.
Oh, it's probably either that or Holmes.
Looks like you're having good snoop around, eh? Oh, damn it.
Ah!
Inspector Gregson! Back so soon? After I threw that little Japanese fellow in the clink, I went and reported this to the investigation division. In 5 minutes' time, the place will be cordoned off by the yard. Oh, I see. Well, we better be leaving then.
Bye. Poor Mr. Natsume must be feeling very low being back in a cell again so soon.
Danny.
Ah! Oh!
What?
Sorry, I don't know why that scared me that bad.
It was actually kind of scary because of the way it was slowly he was doing it.
Yeah! Oh, I knew he wasn't dead. He's gonna be like, acting!
Or...
He's not a vampire or a zombie.
Not that, but I was also thinking like maybe we were talking about rigor mortis earlier that... But we gotta keep going. I'm getting a little afraid here. I'm sure we should probably go and...
What's wrong, Mr. Naruhodo?
What?
What
the hell?
Oh, go for it. That's all you, bro.
Shit. Out! Out, brief candle! Life's but a waking shadow, a poor player. That struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. Now, how soundeth the next part? It is a tale told by an idiot full of sword and fury, signifying nothing. Indeed, oh happy day!
What?
The fuck?
What?
You fucked. Like oh my god.
What just happened?
What's going on?
Wait.
Oh, thank you. What the hell is
What just happened?
Walking Dead!
I think he's just sick.
The fella isn't dead at all? What was that nonsense he was saying, though?
I think, yes, it was from William Shakespeare's Macbeth. A soliloquy from Act 5, Scene 5.
Shakespeare?
The real dude.
So, it was... The victim, Mr. William Shakespeare, came back to life. If the man had indeed been poisoned, it transpired that it hadn't killed him. He was taken by emergency carriage to a nearby hospital for treatment. Inspector Gregson evicted us from the scene of the crime. Whatever that now was.
Is it to be continued? Oh, sir, huh?
What's going on there?
That's who he was talking to last time.
See, that's what I was trying to think. I couldn't remember what he was wearing. I was like, I thought it looked like an older man.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe that's him.
Whatever do you think will happen now?
Good question. What a strange situation for Mr. Natsumi. Arrested for murder, but the victim comes back to life.
I think perhaps the victim was never dead in the first place. That was my thought, Susato. It seems very likely that Mr. Shakespeare did consume poison, as we deduced. But it was an accident. Attempted suicide or attempted murder? Until the truth can be established, I imagine the police will keep up Mr. Natsume in custody.
I suppose so. Let's hope it doesn't come down to anything more than a night in the cells. Oh, what's this?
That's called a hiccup.
Sorry. Can you just imagine, like, early humans? The first person who got a hiccup? Like, what the hell was their reaction?
Oh, I'm dying.
I mean, honestly, that might have been the case. Or, like, they probably thought people were, like, possessed. Like, you know, if they did something weird, you know, back in the day. I mean, dear God, we are odd as a species, to say the very least.
Honestly.
Now, is that Shamspeare's window?
I think so. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, someone's at my door.
No, take your time. I'll catch up with you guys in chat here. Dear God, that was a good laugh I had. Like, it was the way that he flopped, after he said his lines. I'm like, what the hell? The cursed play. You feel like you weren't the only one who flinched when the name of the play was said. Especially given the proximity to a stage, likely makes the room a theater. So now I'll readily admit I'm not like super like knowledgeable with anything with Shakespeare. Probably since high school, and like not to say I didn't have like an interest in it, just we never really went into super huge depth besides like Romeo and Juliet. I think maybe we did Hamlet or read Hamlet, but is there a reason why Macbeth is a little bit more, I don't know, it's to say like, you know, a little blah about it? You hear doggos? Well, it's not my doggo. He's just chilling in the living room. I think that was Danny's dogs. There you go.
I'm back.
Yeah, oh, yeah, really? I didn't notice.
Oh God, sorry. Somebody was at my door, and I was like, "Who the heck is this?"
No, you're
We're all
all
good.
good.
Where do we leave off?
See, as a theater kid, you can attest to the fact that the play is cursed. You say that in a theater, everyone's gonna freak. Well, I guess so. I mean, I didn't.
Oh,
really...
about how Macbeth is cursed.
I guess that's a thing.
You never say it 3 times on stage or backstage. It's like cursed for your show to go wrong.
This just shows how much I didn't do anything like that, or like wasn't acting. I wish
That's
I.
okay.
No, I wish I was able to participate in stuff like that in high school or growing up, but I hated my damn extracurriculars. It literally gave no time to do that stuff. So, well, it is what it is. What's that man doing over there? He looks like he's trying to see until. Oh, so Seki's lodgings. So, but doesn't it look like he also has the soap near his thing too? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait.
Phoenix, thank you so much for the 10 bits. You're awesome, dude.
They said Soseki lived above Shamspeare, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe like his was like a ground, well, not even a ground unit, but like a basement unit, probably. But wait, how the hell did they get the window? Like, no, that can't be
I'm
right.
very confused. Huh.
Yeah, maybe I'm not thinking about this correctly, but all right. It looks like he's trying to see into Soseki-san's lodgings. Oh, once again, they're using the word lodgings, not room. That's what I'm confused about. Okay.
Okay.
Damn it.
Oh, good.
Is something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo?
Excuse me? Can we have a word? What the hell? Why is everybody moving so erratically in this game? he just ran off.
I'm sure I feel I've seen that man somewhere before. What was it?
Oh, like 3 years ago? I do too, but I don't remember. Alright.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna
Do you move or? Oh.
I'm gonna investigate a little bit. I'm gonna look at the window he was just at.
Okay. Go! There we go.
With the exception of the top floor, where Mr. and Mrs. Garrideb live, all the windows are bricked up.
Yes, that's because of an old window tax that was charged on the number of windows a property had. In order to pay less tax, the poorer members of society filled in many of their windows.
But a tax has since been abolished, hasn't it? So the windows could all be opened up again, surely.
Unfortunately, it would appear that the residents of this district can't afford to pay to have the work done.
Yeah, that is a sad state of affairs.
Especially for people like poor Mr. Natsume, who have to live all cooped up in a windowless room.
I suppose that's the price you pay for living in a very cheap accommodation.
It all seems rather pointless when you put it like that.
Okay.
Let's take a look at the bike.
Oh, yeah.
There always seems to be a bicycle outside the Garrideb residence. I read that bicycles are extremely popular all over Great Britain in the moment, in fact.
That one seems very warped, though. Especially the front wheel. Is that to make it more of a challenge to ride, do you think?
No. I'm afraid that may be a result of the rider's incompetence. For the front wheel to be so badly warped, I'm afraid the rider may have been similarly afflicted.
Then, there's a good chance Mr. Natsume had been practicing on this bicycle, I think.
Oh dear. I fear you may be right.
I mean, honestly.
I'll
Should
click
we
on...
inspect the door?
Yeah. The Garrideb household and Mr. Natsume's lodgings are in a prominent position here in the corner. Sometimes when I look at the building, I can't help feeling like it's a bit of a slant. Huh.
It does rather look as though it would collapse in even the smallest earthquake, doesn't it?
Isn't it supposed to be haunted as well? I think I might have a hunch as to why Sasaki-san has such a hunched back.
Let's see.
I'm just gonna click on the right-hand side of the buildings here. London's blanketed in a fog again today, and the sky is covered in cloud. But if you look carefully in the distance, you can just make out the Crystal Tower being built.
Ah, the Crystal Tower, yes! The centerpiece of the great exhibition that's to open in 6 months' time.
Everyone's talking about the great exhibition of London at the moment, it seems.
What if we come back and it's finished?
Oh, because it's a flashback case? Yeah, maybe.
Well, it's to be the largest event of its kind anywhere in the world, with technology and scientists from all over.
$5, there's gonna be a case or a murder in that tower.
Oh, absolutely.
No.
That's probably the finale.
Ah!
I can't wait for it myself.
Do you think visiting students from the Far East like us will be granted entry?
The last great exhibition that was held in London had more than 6 million visitors, it seems. And this time, the British are determined to make it an even bigger success to outdo the Paris Exposition.
I see. That's an incredible number of people. Now, with so many people expected to attend, we should easily be able to slip in unnoticed.
Well, there's always the honest approach of buying tickets at the main entrance, Mr. Naruhodo.
No. I'm gonna sneak it. Can we take a look? Yeah, we'll take a look at the right side. That...
Snowman.
Hey! Let's click.
Yeah, let's click on the snowman.
Why has somebody built the snowman on some sort of pedestal, do you think?
That's not a pedestal, Mr. Naruhodo. That's part of the snowman's body.
Really? But it already has a perfectly good body.
Well, it's true that British snowmen are usually made with 2 balls of snow. Perhaps this is a foreigner?
And now we're looking at him as if he's strange. Poor man. I know how he feels.
If anything, it's Japanese and British 2-ball snowmen that are the strange ones, isn't it? After all, real people do have 3 sections. Head, torso, and legs.
Do you ever think that perhaps you think about things too much?
Don't you dare. Naruhodo, shut the heck up.
I don't see anything else.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I don't see anything else. Dang it. Okay.
Alright. Well, with that being said, I guess we can move.
Move!
A new location's been added. Okay, so
There's 2.
we've already been to Miss Green's. Actually, you know what's funny? We never went back to our console office, but I don't think there's a need.
No.
We're-
So there's the Gyarados room again, and then the prison. Oh, we can't go to the prison yet. It seems they must still be questioning poor Mr. Natsume.
Okay, so I guess we'll go to Mr. Gyarados.
They still haven't taken that dress? Okay. Oh, it only has been a few days, though.
It looks cleaned up in here compared to last time. A little bit. Here we are again. The eccentric landlord's eccentric top floor abode.
We're here because Mr. Gyarados the one who discovered the incident this morning. Don't forget.
Oh, God.
Oh, you chaps, sir? Yes, good morning, sir. Thank you for your cooperation in court yesterday. It was quite a trial. As much of Mr. Gyarados as anyone, really. Came straight back here after all the business at the Bailey yesterday. Didn't expect to wake up to more Bailey nonsense this morning.
Cedix is like, anyone else questioning the canon in the freaking room?
No, that's fine.
Well, he was a veteran, and so of course he'll take home anything.
And I think they literally said that he doesn't walk well because I think they literally say he took an arrow to the knee, or took something to the knee. Good old Skyrim, but yeah.
I wonder if you wouldn't mind telling us exactly what happened, Mr. Gyarados.
Yes, I suppose you'd like to know about that dead loss of an actor chap in the ground floor room. Those were exactly Inspector Gregson's words, weren't they? Ugh.
Oh, interesting.
I don't think we ever seen him like this.
No. Converse, or do you want to examine?
Yeah, we can converse first.
Cool.
Talk about this morning's incident.
Please.
It must have been a real shock for you this morning. I hear that you discovered what had happened. Well, a hopeless actor chap rises at 5 o'clock sharp every morning without fail. But at 5:30 this morning, he still hadn't lit the gas. So, I went down and knocked on the door, but no bally answer.
And that's when you broke into his room by kicking down the door?
That was a weird read, sorry.
Well, that's all good. I mean, that's all good. I don't know. I was like, there's something I was going to say. I forgot. No, you're good.
No, you're good. And Cedric said, he shall henceforth be known as Mr. Moon because I can't be bothered to remember his name.
I mean, it works.
I mean, it's fine. Yeah, him and his wife are kind of like the sun and moon. It's really cute. I like them together as a couple.
Yeah. I was going to make a bad joke. Never mind. Well, I call on that rum-looking Japanese chap to do the grunt work, of course. Wasn't it a little premature to kick the door down? The man could have just overslept by half an hour.
That's very true, Mr. Naruhodo. If 30 minutes oversleeping warranted such behavior, I'd have to kick your door down every morning.
Well, you know, better to be safe than sorry and all that. Is it just me, or is he avoiding our gaze now all of a sudden?
Except that it was a sorry situation indeed that you found on the far side of the door.
Alright, Mr. Shamespeare.
The victim's name is Mr. Shamspeare, I believe. Is that right? Yes, William Shamspeare. Took the ground floor room 3 months ago now.
And how would you describe him?
In a word, destitute.
Destitute?
Well, let's face it, the only redeeming feature of that room is the cheap rent. Anyone wanting to live in a place like that is either broke or has a bally screw loose. It's so hard to choose which category Sasaki-san would fall into.
Mr. Narahodo, that's a little rude.
He was doing research as well. Research? Into what? Shakespeare, of course. Shakespeare. Read a few plays of the old bard myself, you know? Romeo and Hamlet and all that.
Oh, God.
He tried.
Yes, William Shakespeare is England's most highly regarded classical playwright and author. He's known as Sao in Japanese, as you know, and many of his works have already been translated.
I did not know that. That's interesting.
Oh, that's awesome.
It seems incredible that Shakespeare was shortened to Sao, though. Someone was too heavy-handed there. There were a lot of costumes in the victim's room, actually, weren't there?
Of course, Mr. Natsume is a scholar of English literature as well. I imagine he and Mr. Shakespeare would have had much in common.
Shakespeare interplay. What the hell? Shakespeare interpretation. There. I don't know why. How I looked at a word. I'm like, wait a minute. What? Disagreement leads to shocking murder. Let's hope it's not that.
Mr. Narahodo, really? How rude!
Shut up.
Alright, yesterday's events.
After Mr. Natsume's trial yesterday, you came straight back here, I believe, didn't you? Did you notice anything strange between then and this morning? Well, now, must have been around 6 in the evening by the time I got home. Snow was coming down rather heavily, as I remember, and it was completely dark already. That failed actor chap was out at the time. I was scared to notice that there was no light from his room or something, I suppose. Couldn't summon the energy for anything much, so I just sat in front of the fire up here. It was after 8 before Shamspeare got back. The chap was up until past 1 in the morning, I'll have you know. Suppose he met his end sometime after that. I was asleep by then, so I'm rather in the dark there. Oh, well, thank you. That was very illuminating. Is everything alright, Mr. Sato?
Well, I was just thinking it's a little strange, that's all. Mr. Garadeb, you were up here in your room all evening, if I've understood correctly.
Oh, not a big fan of stairs, not with this blasted leg.
Then, how is it that you seem to know? The precise movements of your tenant on the ground floor, I mean.
Oh! Okay, he's good. That's a very...
It's like you did it with the movements. It was so good.
That's a very good point. I can't imagine that you could hear noises from the ground floor all the way up here. Does this old man like to spy on his tenants? Is that it? I say, I know what you're thinking. It's a bally outrage. I'm ex-military, don't you know? I don't go around spying on my tenants. Why would I? Because you're nosy.
Right?
Then how did you know, Mr. Garadeb?
It's the gas, woman. The gas tells me everything. The gas?
Gas?
Speaking of gas... What on earth do you mean, sir? How can the gas tell you anything, let alone everything? Well, as you're probably aware, the gas is supplied to the building by pipes. Yeah, I'd more or less worked that out.
And every room in the building is connected by a single pipe to the gas main outside. Oh, and the gas company supplies gas to properties via the main.
Yeah, I understand that too. Let me see if I can explain. Let's say I was to light the gas lamps up here. What do you suppose would happen? Oh, well, obviously the room would get brighter. Exactly. But at the same time, the lights in all the other rooms of the house would dim for a moment. What? They dim? Why?
Perhaps it's because when you light a gas lamp, it briefly uses more gas than usual. And that reduces the amount of gas in the pipe for other lamps that are connected. And that reduces the amount of gas in the pipe for the other lamps that are connected to it? That might explain why the other lamps dim momentarily, mightn't it?
Oh, yeah, of course. Because everything's connected to a single supply pipe.
Is that supposed to happen, though? It sounds rather undesirable.
And that's why buildings now have multiple meters and multiple pipes.
Thank God.
Oh, that still doesn't make things easy, though. Dear God, now I'm thinking about work.
Oh, please don't.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Jolly good point. Fact is, the gas company's pipes in these parts are pretty hopeless. Long worn out. And barely got any gas in them to start with. They're not energized. That's a term we use a lot. Well, actually, it can be many things. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. I mean, if it's not being supplied properly, I mean, yeah, could be one of the last time they actually did replace it. That's a huge thing. Because we have pipes around the city that have not been, probably not been serviced or touched probably since the 60s or 70s. And we were in the process of like a 30-year-long project of replacing these pipes. And then the gas commission for the state said, nope.
Oh my gosh.
They said we're like, there's something about like, they didn't feel like the funds or whatever were, I forgot the reasoning. All I know is like we lost $250 million for something, and it's stupid. There's so much politics in it. That's what I hate about some like work in general is you wouldn't think there would be politics in this stuff, but there is.
Yeah.
Anyway. Opposites are also true, of course. Extinguish the lamps up here and they glow brighter than the rest of the house. Oh, right, I see. So by watching the flickering of the lamps in one room, you can determine what's happening elsewhere. You've got it?
Oh, of course, because when people come back home in the evening and before they go to sleep at night, what they guaranteed to do is either light or put out their lamps and fires.
Clever. In point of fact, the room on the ground floor and the one above it use slightly different amounts of gas. By watching the lights in here closely, I can work out almost exactly what's going on in the whole house.
Gosh, that's fascinating, Mr. Garradeb. Absolutely fascinating.
Oh, well, nothing to it, really. And I really can't see that it's going to help us with the case either. What I'd like to know is why Mr. Garradeb is so interested in what his tenants are up to in the first place. I feel like there's more to it than idle curiosity. Well, we've done as much investigating here as we can, I think. Perhaps we ought to go to the prison and speak with Mr. Natsume again.
A good idea.
Okay. Now, as much as I would like to examine, I mean, just for time's sake, we'll move it along.
I have a feeling we'll come back.
Yeah. Please.
Gus, go to prison.
That's a defeated man right there.
Oh no. This is so sicky.
Son of a bitch.
Look, Mr. Naruhodo. He's sulking there like a weak man. Mr. Natsume? Have the police finished questioning you already?
Welcome, student Mr. Hanadono as Esquire.
Oh, yes?
What is he? Tell me! Is he a ghost? Is he here to haunt me?
Let me guess. You're talking about Mr. Holmes?
He actually calls himself a great detective, Mr. Natsume, not a ghost.
But by his diabolical deductions, they're not of this world. They've left me. Ah, cursed, I'm cursed, I tell you.
I just kind of realized something with the big ass hole right there in the door. It seems pretty big enough that somebody's slender enough, or like, kind of like, you know, maybe ambidextrous or whatever. They can probably squeeze through that, maybe.
Well, they do this just for the sake of the game.
Well, of course, but like I just, you know, I'm nitpicking like an idiot. So, well, that sort of hurts.
Credit where credit is due, Mr. Naruhodo. You were heavily involved in the deduction, too.
Yes, moving on. Shut up. We have some wonderful news.
Oh!
The victim that we all thought was dead has come back to life again.
Oh.
What the hell? You think he'd be... Okay. Well, now, in the absolutely worst case, you could only be tried for attempted murder. That's great, isn't it, Mr. Natsumi?
It's terrible! Oh! I'm stuck in a cell, suffering for some silly wrong end of the stick!
God dang it, that's me.
You did it, didn't you? Confess you're a killer by the mustache. Constant questions!
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, the selfish shyster! Make up your mind. Are you dead or alive? If you're gonna come back to life, why bother dying? Wickedly wishy-washy, William!
Well, it seems likely that Mr. Shamspeare was never actually dead in the first place.
Oh, yes, that might make sense. I am pleased he's alive, of course.
Are you?
Our lively debate last night was so much fun. Be sad to think it was our last.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a debate. That's what you guys were doing. Okay.
You guys were debating pretty loud.
Oops.
Mr. Natsumi, does this mean that you did see the victim last night? You met with Mr. Shamspeare, didn't you?
I'm not saying another word! I demand to have a lawyer present! Dude!
Who do you think I am? Please, Mr. Natsumi, we need to hear your side of the story.
Oh. Why am I cursed like this?
Alright. Let's see what you have to say. What happened?
Happened.
Can you tell us exactly what happened last night then, Mr. Natsumi?
There's nothing to tell! But, Mr. Harahodo Esquire, I'm eternally grateful to you for helping with that accursed case yesterday. That case of that poor... Oh, it's you.
Oh.
She's so cute.
The case that saw poor Miss Green hospitalized after she ended up with a knife in her back.
It's hard to believe that was only yesterday.
After the trial was over, I trudged my weary way back to the lowly lodgings. And that evening at 9:30 it must have been, I visited Mr. Shamspeare.
So, you did go to the victim's room then?
As we feared.
I didn't do anything wrong! I'd never been to this room before, it was the first time!
Then, what made you decide to go?
I bumped into him when I arrived back at the house. We got chatting and it developed into a discussion. But he had to go out, so I bade him farewell.
Well, that ties in with what Mr. Garrett said. The victim went out and came back after 8.
We met again later that evening at around 9 or just after, when I took him some nice tea I brewed as a gift.
So it was you who brought the tea that had clearly been drunk at the scene then?
And I suppose you were discussing the works of Shakespeare, were you?
Yes, that's right. That's exactly right. Romeo and Juliet. Who was the stronger? It was a delightful debate.
Neither.
I'm-
That story pisses me off, to be quite
It's a
honest.
tragedy.
But it's also stupid. I mean, I understand it's a classic, but like what they
They're
did,
teenagers in love.
exactly why it was stupid. Like, oh my god, I faked my death. I'm gonna kill myself. What? Here's a guy I only met for a few days. Like,
Miss A. Let it go.
it's dumb. But I get it. I get it. I mean, it's yeah.
I'm sure. Such a stimulating subject, Shakespeare!
It being stupid is the point. That's what makes it a tragedy. Yeah, but sometimes I feel like, is this stuff that's even appropriate to even teach to like high schoolers? All this stuff they got going on in
It's
there.
what not to do.
Yeah, but you know people. Like, they're very like, impressionable. They'll do it. Hey, I read this book. Let's drink poison.
Oh my gosh.
And the debate became very heated. So you slipped poison to Mr. Shamspeare's tea?
No, never! Okay, I can't yell anymore.
No.
Not at all! Team Juliet won. That was me. And when I left his room, the flamboyant fellow was fighting fit, I swear. Categorically. Okay. Cursed existence.
Huh? Crap. There it is. Mr. Natsumi, you often say the same thing about yourself, I've noticed. That you have a cursed existence.
Oh, god dang it. I'm sure I've mentioned this to you before, but I've been in here, Great Britain, for a year now, and in that time I've learned that it's no place for me.
It can be very trying to live in a foreign land and adapt to the ways of another culture.
There are foreigners everywhere I look, and they all stare at me. They all laugh. That's the impression I get whenever I go out. It makes me scared to leave my room. Which is why I've become a recluse. But even in my room, I find no respite from my fears. I've moved more times than I can remember, and then 1 week ago I moved into Briar Road.
But why? I mean, why'd you choose that place? It doesn't seem very comfortable.
Because the rent is cheap. I have so little money it spoke to me.
The rent?
Obviously there's a reason why it's cheap, because the room is cursed.
Cursed? Cursed how?
The previous occupant, the man who lived there before I took the room, died there.
Oh no!
He was only a young man, but one morning he was found dead and no one can explain why.
Surely no one would want to live in a room with a history like that.
I didn't. On the letting agent recommended the place, I wavered. But I want books, and books cost money. A horrible history is a small price to pay.
I love his passion there. He's like, I want books. I need money.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, buddy. I mean, shit's really expensive nowadays.
Dude, tell me about it. When I realized it could mean I could buy more books, I signed the lease like lightning.
Brave. Or blinkered?
But after I moved in, I soon came to realize what I'd done. I realized how horrible that room history really was.
Gosh, was it really so awful?
Oh.
Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta. Oh crap! I like turned the game volume up like stupid. I don't even know what the hell I was at before. Shoot.
Do we need to take a break?
I don't think so. But I got. My mom was asking for something really quick, so just give me like 1 minute. Just you can talk to your chat, and I'll be right back.
Oh.
Hi, chat. Hi, both chats, if you're still here. Thanks for being here for so long. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate you being here. We're just taking a quick break. Hold on. Let me pull up Pharaoh's chat on Twitch. 1 second. So that we can see what you guys are saying, if you're saying anything at all.
Okay, that's on. Oh, great, an ad. But it's fine. Oh man, so that sucks. That really sucks. You know, like poor Soseki. Poor Soseki. Your power went out. No, and ads. Ads. Love your voice and oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. Oh, blinkers comes from putting on horses to block out. Oh, the peripheral vision and stop them from getting startled by things to the sides. Nice. That's really interesting. Aw, my chat said hi to your chat, you guys. Oh, you started playing Star Rail. Nice. I'm in that game. I voice Arlen. Yeah, C-Diggs, I think it's because you may be subscribed. So I think subs don't get ads. Oh, you got Protodroid Delta? Oh, nice! I should start playing that one once I have more time. Hopefully April I'll be able to stream more. It won't be an Ace Attorney without cursed artifacts of Iran. I mean, you're right. Hey, Simi, how you doing? I told you, yeah, it's so much better. I like the turn-based combat just because I favor that, and I feel like I can strategize a lot better. Oh, thank you, Roof Cat. That's so nice. I feel like my Arlen voice isn't that great, but people tell me they love it, so I'm like, okay, as long as you like it. I know all the games that I want to play are on PS5. I don't have a PS5. I don't want a PS5. I don't want to spend however much money it is to play these games. I'm so upset. I still have my PS4. I actually may sell my PS4. I don't play it as much anymore, and I'm just I don't need it. Oh yeah, please send me all the recommendations. You have a PS5 and no games? Let me see. Ugh. The only console I got is Switch, and that's all you need, honey. That's all you need. I love my Switch. I bought an OLED 2 years ago. Or no, last year? It was really, really nice. I still love it to this day. I'm playing on it. It's really good. I like the bigger screen. I just like it. It's good. It's really good. Oh, what's called Hershey's Farm Restaurant. It's a buffet style, I swear, but it's like eating home cooked meat. Oh. Okay. Can I? There we go. I could do that. Let me see. So guys, I got a Nilu phone holder thing, and I'm trying to see if I put it. Oh, can I put it there and then not?
That's how we're gonna introduce ourselves from moving forward here.
When we're ready, we'll just do the.
But you can continue your conversation. You say you got like a Nilu holder?
Oh, I got a Nilu like phone pop socket or pop lock, whatever it's called.
That's cool.
But I don't know if I'm gonna get a new phone and put it on there.
You want to pay the $1,500 or $1,600 for a brand new phone nowadays?
No, I might switch to Android.
Yes.
I mean, the convenience.
Good.
The convenience of Apple is the reason why I have it, and it's easier to see.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm just.
You got tired of paying a shit ton of money for the most basic stuff?
Yes, it gets on my nerves. Like, I love it for the convenience because I can transfer everything to and fro each other. But like, it's just simple for me because I'm an old lady and I like things to be simple. But like,
calm your ass down.
What?
You're not old. Well,
dude.
Well, I feel old as it is. And hey, we're going the whole debate again between a year and a half or 2 years. But
honestly, I'm still older than you.
Yeah. Fact of the matter is, we feel old. Frankly, I feel like I'm old. Period. Just because like every time I look in the mirror, I feel like my facial hair is getting lighter. But weird thing about my hair as it is, besides kind of losing it, but my hair is like dark brownish, right? And then my facial hair was always red. Like, it's kind of like an auburn type of color. It's like weird.
Oh.
So, but I'm noticing lately that my facial hair is getting lighter. So, and I don't know if I'm doing like my hair's doing a weird Benjamin Button type of thing. Because when I was a baby, when I was a child, like toddler, I didn't have dark brown hair. I had golden, like, brown hair.
Oh, you're a golden child.
I mean, after all the shit I went through when I was, when I was 3.5 months premature. I was in the NICU for God knows how long, but
honestly,
now I'm just this.
Gosh.
But yeah.
Oh my God, that was really weird. I was checking my phone because I got a text message, and so I got an ad for upgrading my iPhone.
They are hearing us. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, it's like anytime, like that's why we have like listening stuff, like like the Echo or like Alexa, whatever, right?
I got rid of mine. I said no, I'm not doing this anymore.
I'm she hears me now because I said her name, but I don't know if I told you guys this when this happened like maybe a year back. Like I use a device to get wake up for work and whatever, or any other day, and I so that the alarm goes off and I tell her like, okay, stop. So I did that one morning, like, and it must have been during the winter because it was still very dark out when it was like 6 o'clock, 5:30, whatever. And I told like, okay, stop. This bitch whispered a response. I never moved fast enough from my bed to the hallway. Because I'm like, what the fuck was that, and I was hearing her. It turned out that she had like a whisper mode activated. I'm like, who the fuck told? Sorry, pardon my language, but like, who told you to put on whisper mode? And like it was a creepy whisper, like, and I'm like, oh hell no. And I thank God it hasn't been since this day, but that I was like, who in their right mind would willingly put on that crap? But yeah. I mean, and then like they start putting this crap in our other appliances and devices. Why the hell do I need a voice-activated oven or microwave?
Good question.
And it's like the TVs are coming with them. Like, it is just, whew. Okay.
Huh.
I don't know where the hell we are anymore.
Oh yeah, the horrible history from Natsume's apartment. How did the room's horrible history affect you, Mr. Natsume? What happened?
Huh?
At first it was just a feeling, like the feeling of beady eyes boring into my back, watching me.
Do you think that might just been your mind playing tricks on you?
No. My mind doesn't know any tricks. It was someone else. It's been a one long nightmare ever since I was given the keys to the place.
Yeah, I could go into one little other rant. Something happened. I was in a hotel room.
No, don't. I don't want to get scared. I want to be scared.
It was a little creepy like that, but it was oddly enough I didn't feel creeped out by it.
No.
And I'm not sure how to. I don't know how to feel about that. But yeah, this is odd. Anyway, a nightmare? You've been having bad dreams, you mean?
All the souls who have died in that room are laying over in my sleep and trying to strangle me!
That really is horrible.
And now, come to think of it, it happened again last night too. The very same night that Mr. Shamspear was writhing in agony for the poison in his body, I was on the verge of being suffocated silently by those miserable spirits in my room.
You simply must move out of that room as soon as possible.
Yes, you're right, I know it, and that's why I'm already searching for the next room with the history to call home!
I think perhaps you should try to avoid accommodation with any kind of history at all. Otherwise, I'm scared that you yourself may become history.
Phew. Sato-san knows how to make the man listen.
Thank God.
God knows he'll listen to what I gotta say.
Of course. Mr. Lord of the Manor is worried. The hell was that? Mr. Lord of the Manor is worried about the curse on my room as well.
You mean Mr. Garrett?
Yes, he knows that if people keep dying there, he'll never be able to rent it out again.
That is a huge
That is a
concern.
Yeah.
It's very legitimate. It's like, oh, another guy died. Oh, shoot. There goes the rent. Well, that's true. I mean, I, for one, wouldn't go near the place.
Perhaps that may explain why the landlord pays so much attention to the gas lamps and his tenants' movements.
You mean because he's worried about their well-being? Hi, Benji.
No.
Go outside? Good boy. He does seem to have an unusually keen interest in the amount of gas in the pipes. There must be a reason why he keeps such close tabs. God, I'm such an adult. On the occupants of his lit rooms.
What do you mean he pays so much attention to the gas lamps?
Oh dear, no, it's nothing to do with you, Mr. Natsume. Please forget I said anything.
I always loved how, like, these newer games are, like, they have the idea of them kind of, like, looking in different directions and all that. Like, granted, it's 3D compared to the 2D stuff we used to play, but...
Honestly.
I like it.
Oh, now you're talking about me behind my back as well.
What's important is that Mr. Shamspeare isn't, in fact, dead at all. Once he's come around and he's able to tell us what happened, we'll be able to get you released.
Yes, please. Oh, I do hope you're right. You know what you'd be scummy? Is if they argued and then, because Shamspeare not hated, but was like,
he was losing
didn't want to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like poisons himself to like make it seem like Soseki did it.
It could be that. It could be that maybe he was actively trying to, like, poison him, period, but maybe that somehow the cups got switched.
Yeah, that.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like something's gonna be odd with this one. But then, I am still very iffy about Olive and her
boyfriend.
I guess. Like, I know I jumped at the gun. He did it, but it's like, he did what? You know? Anyway, excuse me. I don't know who the hell this is. Oh, it's you.
Oh,
Inspector Gregson. Oh, I couldn't help overhearing what you just said. And on that note, I have some good news and some bad news.
Oh.
What did you want first?
Always, every time. The bad news comes first. When hope is all you have, hold on to it. That's my guiding principle.
Right. Well, hold on. I'm just fixing my OBS settings. Hold on. Okay. I hope I lost my chat. Alright. Right, well, in that case, the good news it is.
Huh? Oh. Huh?
Sorry, but it's just a lot easier to explain everything that way.
Then why did you add? I can't stand that. I cannot stand that.
It's called the illusion of choice, alright?
Then why did you ask me my preferences?
As you might have heard, the victim, Mr. Shamspeare, was just unconscious. He's come around now. Yes, we saw it happen in all its terrifying glory.
Honestly.
He's still being treated by doctors, but we managed to get a written statement from him already.
Oh, isn't that wonderful, Mr. Natsume?
Oh, thank goodness. It's all over then. I can leave this somber cell.
No, hold on. No, sorry. No, that's not on the cards.
Oh, no, the music stopped. That's not good. Did he say he did it? Oh, no.
Oh.
What?
Why ever not, Inspector?
Mr. Shaftsbury has implicated someone as being responsible for what happened last night. Implicated someone?
Oh dear.
You don't mean...
Oh, I'm sorry to say I do, yes. He's pointing a finger at you, Mr. Natsumi. Why, sweet poison did he seek of them my life? Well, what wicked cat if? So second Natsumi. Well, boy, that was weird. No! No! So, I'm afraid you'll be appearing in court as planned. You'll be wanting to make the necessary preparations.
No! No!
What?
And so, once again, Sasaki-san found himself having to take the dock in the Old Bailey. Whether his room was haunted or whether he was just terribly unlucky, I knew I had no choice. The following day, I would represent him in court and do my utmost to break the curse that blighted him.
To be continued.
Damn, that took
There
a
it
long
is.
time. Shit, what was
Yeah,
I
holy
teasing
crap.
for?
Usually it takes us 3 hours to get through at least one thing.
Well, it was a little over. Well, I think it was around 3 hours, maybe a little less, depending on like breaks and all that stuff. But I think we did good. That is what I was aiming for, and I'm happy we're able to do this.
Absolutely.
I don't know next time though.
Oh, what is next time?
I don't know.
When is next time? What day is that? What day is that? Yeah, I'm free next week, so I mean we could discuss all this later, but
Next week, I thought you had the con.
that's the 22nd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can try aiming for next week, possible. And for those, if you guys are wondering about doing things like Saturday and Sunday, that's really just
That's really tough.
yeah, that's out of preference, out of our preference and schedule to figure out. So, yeah, I think we'll try our best to do at least one weekly. You know, we'll do our best to get through what we can. I know it may take a while to get through stuff like this, but at least we're getting through it. So
Yeah. And I think if in these 3-hour chunks, I think we can, get through more. I mean, maybe we'll have like a sprig of energy at one point where we'll like, hey, you free for the day? Let's stream the whole day. Why not? Maybe one day was
right. You know, so there might be times where we might do a little more if possible, but it just depends on what we got going on, how we feel and all that. And we do have other things that we'd like to cover. I mean, like I really want to get into Final Fantasy VII, but I gotta play the DLC that I never played 3 years ago first, and then or 2 years, whatever the hell it was, and then get into Rebirth, and that's gonna take a long ass time. So we'll figure it out. And if you want to do, obviously more Genshin or anything else, I want you to be able to do that as well. So
yeah.
God knows your audience doesn't want to hear me all the damn time.
No.
Who is that? I'm kidding.
Well, awesome, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, we're gonna hop off and enjoy the rest of our evening. Y'all have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. Just don't forget, we all love you all very much, and don't forget to spread that love around.
Yeah. Oh wait, would love to see Pharaoh join a Genshin stream. We'll see.
I don't know about that. I don't know Jack Diddley squat about it. Well,
That's okay. You could just watch because we're on the part where there's like lawyers and stuff, and I think you would like.
You're still there, man.
No, not that. What do you mean still?
I thought you've been playing that part for a while. Like
No.
I don't see. I'm a very old man when it comes to Genshin for whatever reason. Like I feel so like left behind because like I'm still like on like that mountain area like in the beginning of the game,
no.
and that feels like a lot as it is. And I'm like,
oh, there's so much you have to do.
there's so much. I don't know if I have the capacity to like really get into Genshin as much as I would like. But maybe the other games, like I was playing Star Rail for a little bit, then I dropped off on that one. I do want to play the other one though, the Zen Zero.
I know. Ugh. I know. It was really fun.
All
All right.
folks.
Thanks again, everybody. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Later.